Course 4 done, you're now closing out this program with simulation session 2. Still all commercial to close it out. Let's break it down. We'll start with the structure, then key areas to focus most, and stick around to the end, and we'll quickly talk on what you're going to do next. First, massive congrats for making this far. This is the last course that has an exam. There's course 5 after this, but there is no exam. This is essentially the end. Let's finish out strong. As usual with these start here videos, let's start with the structure of course. This is now similar to Sims 1, however it's one day less, which we'll talk on, and it will most likely be you, other students, 1 or 2 facilitators, and it will still be done all online. Some colleges are offering the in-person option for the simulation sessions. However, at the time of this video, they are not getting much traction, and let's hope if they do start to get traction, they are still offered online because of the convenience factor, and it's so efficient to do these via Zoom or other platforms like Google Meet. Okay, so you've been through Sims 1, you know it's yourself, other students, 1 or 2 facilitators, and again, this is similar to Sims 1 where you have the option of doing the weekday or weekend sessions. However, now, because simulation session 2 is only 4 days, either Monday to Thursday, or if you choose the weekend, it's only actually 2 consecutive weekends. Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. Unlike the previous one where you had to wait a full extra week and finish on the Saturday, you don't have to. So it's a nicer option for those that have to do weekends. A very high percentage of people watching this will be using Humber as their college, but it does not matter if you're using Fleming or if you're using Algonquin, or Career College Group is a little bit different, of course, but if you're using any of those 3, it does not matter. Even if you're using Career College Group, it doesn't matter, as we all have the same exams, as you know by now, provided by a third party. You will see a few options. If you aren't seeing many options, it will be because of the college you're with. Try to choose a college that has a lot of students going through it, like Humber, of course. You're here by now. You kind of already know that, but you're looking for what works for you, weekends or weekdays. The exam is now down to 46 questions, and you still have a full 3 hours to complete it all, meaning you have just under 4 minutes per question, 3 minutes and 55 seconds to be exact. We need a 75% plus, so we can get 11 questions wrong on these 46 questions and still pass with a 76%. As you know by now, how I like to say things and how I like to do things is a pass. A higher mark is great, but we don't care. Let's just get through this. You still have the option of booking your exam both online or in person, and these exam questions now, you've went through Sims 1, these are similar. We're now still into longer worded scenario-based questions. 80 to 90% will be these long worded scenario-based questions you've kind of seen before. However, now of course, we're into commercial real estate. The difficulty of the exam will depend on which version of the exam you get. You want to come in over prepared. I've seen students really struggle with this that don't love commercial, and others breeze through it that love it. I've mentioned it before when it comes to Sims 1, the last thing you want to do is start failing these expensive courses. Not just expensive, extremely time consuming. If you are looking for that additional support, look to the Exam Master mini courses in the description below. They will really help you understand the confusing commercial real estate topics and get you to focus on what matters most. Those links in the description below as well are value links for the YouTube family for the time being. Okay, so as far as how the day flows, you will still go into breakout rooms with fellow students and accomplish tasks similar to Sims 1. For those students that really did not like the role playing of Sims 1, good news, we have less role playing on Sims 2, but I will have additional videos on that as well to help ease some of that stress, as I know a lot of people really do not like them. The facilitators, again, will ask a lot of questions to students. That will probably take up 3 hours. The other hours will depend on them filling up the time, explaining concepts, sharing slides, stuff like that. For breaks, you will have 2 breaks, 2 15-minute breaks, same as before, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and an hour lunch. They cover about a topic a day of commercial real estate, retail, office, industrial, then they get into commercial condominiums, and they even touch on commercial farming a little bit as well. We are seeing very little questions on commercial farming on the Sims 2 exam. It will depend on which version you get, but expect 0 to 2, as majority of the people that I talk to have no interest at all in talking or learning about commercial farming. So what was nice about this week session for me, I did a week session, of course, Monday to Thursday, is they did what they called field trips with the students. They took us into the back end of the MLS and they looked for properties, commercial properties listings that were live. He located a property and started just talking about good major points of the listing that we will be using as a great resource. The commercial property for sale he was showing was actually quite expensive, and he even touched and showed us how much was being offered to the cooperating brokerage. It was inspiring amount of money, and I think he did that to keep us motivated, which was very nice and very appreciated. If I remember correctly, it was about a $12 million commercial property, and what was being offered to the cooperating brokerage was 2%. Do some quick math on that. 2% of 12 million, 240,000, a nice little payday to say the least if you are interested in commercial real estate. As well as they went into Geo Warehouse. If you're not familiar with Geo Warehouse, it comes with our annual board dues. It's a web-based centralized property information source that will provide us state-of-the-art mapping, research tools, and professional reports. This was the most interesting part of the week for me because this is what we're going to be doing out there once licensed. This part, them going through this, won't actually help you pass the exam. So if this is kind of annoying to you, don't worry about it. Some facilitators won't do it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't long, and they kind of went over what we're going to see out there. It was a nice little break of what was happening during the week. Okay, let's get into a really good short list of what to expect to see most. Expect 2 to 7 math questions, mostly related to the IRV triangle formula, income, cap rate, and value. They will actually give you these formulas on the exams. This is the only exam where you need and they provide formulas for you to pass. You'll be calculating property values and comparing investment properties, environmental site assessments, ESAs, phases 1, 2, and 3 again will 100% come up. Commercial leases, gross lease versus net lease, single, double, and triple net, and who pays for what. Of course, commercial properties like mentioned, office, retail, industrial, and commercial condominiums, and importance of the status certificate coming with those commercial condominiums. This is a really good short list, and again, look to the Exam Master mini courses in the description below to finish out strong. Okay, so now you are at the end, right? What to do? This channel, of course, is to help you get through the Ontario Real Estate Salesperson program. But I am here. I love beginnings, not just get you through it, but help you crush your first year. Learning the process fast, building your brand, building your business, and getting you to that 6 figures of commission in your first year. When you start interviewing brokerages, if you are looking for more information on our brokerage of eXp Realty, specifically here in Ontario, Canada, reach out. I do meetings almost daily with agents, brokers, or soon-to-be agents looking for more information on the model. You can book that eXp Realty discovery meeting with myself in the description below. We can go over any questions and also discuss all the extra training, support, and tools you're going to get free for joining us. I'll put 2 things right here. First is the value link for the Exam Master mini course Sims 2. Don't sleep on this. Finish out strong, of course, and also a video that breaks down eXp Realty specifically here in Ontario, Canada. If you have any questions at all, DM, email, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. My name is Callum Moore, eXp Realty, real estate broker here in Ontario. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.